Welcome to In Our Mom's Basement Video Game Podcast, where we talk about everything video games with your host, Dan Geoffroy and Rage Quit Pat.
What is going on, ladies and germs? This is In Our Mom's Basement, and this is episode 51. And we got a special guest today. I'm super excited. We'll get into that. Of course, I am Dan Geoffroy, and joined with our buddy, the co-host, the guy who likes to rage a lot, Mr. Rage Quit Pat.
Well, there's a little issue with the introduction here. Your name is not Dan Geoffroy. It is Dan the Pizza Man. So let's get that corrected very early on this podcast right away. So, Dan the Pizza Man, how are you?
I am good, of course. It is a Thursday, and I can't wait to start this episode.
Yeah, we have, this is episode 51, and once again, we were introducing a new person into the man cave really quick. I accidentally forgot to hide the surprise, but whoever's in here already now knows who's going to be our guest. But we just got some quick news. There really hasn't been that much video game news. Of course, there's been some new trailers and stuff like that, like Resident Evil dropped some things, but not really that much news. There was a couple things today. Last of Us is going to be working with HBO Max, and they are going to be coming out with a series, and it's going to be written by the writers who did Chernobyl. Dan, I believe you watched that show. Did you watch Chernobyl? I know you watch a lot of TV shows. Is that one of it?
Yes, I did watch Chernobyl, and I thought it was a fantastic series. It is a mini-series, but it was a very good one. I enjoyed it a lot. It was very suspenseful, and man, dude, it's makes you fear some certain things in life. But I liked it a lot. I really did.
So absolutely. And really quickly, Dan, did you want to tell our audience where they could find us?
Of course, they can find us on every podcast streaming: Spotify, iTunes, Google Music, Pandora, at In Our Mom's Basement, on Twitch, Twitter, Mixer, Facebook. I think I said Facebook 2 times, but In Our Mom's Basement. Even on our website at inourmomsbasement.com. Anything, everywhere.
And also,
you can find us.
And also, guys, March 14th, if you have not signed up yet, we are doing a Call of Duty tournament. It is free to enter, and also there will be prizes as well. So definitely go on our Twitter to check that out. I think we still do have some openings there. It's going to be in 2 weeks, so definitely get there. Also, to go back to our previous conversation, it is really exciting when you have good writers and I guess a good director as well, too, because I know a lot of people did like that show Chernobyl. So that definitely gives some hope for The Last of Us, which is a amazing video game, and that definitely does give the live-action series definitely some hope. So I'm very excited about that. And it's on HBO, so guaranteed chances are it'll probably be like a TVMA type of show. So very excited for that.
Yeah, I think HBO does pretty good with shows in general, so I don't think we'll be disappointed.
No, I agree. Absolutely, 100%. And also the last bit of news is Ghost of Tsushima, the developers from Sucker Punch. They are the developers. They've came out with games like Infamous. If you don't know who Sucker Punch is, they have made the Infamous games. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Excuse me. I don't have coronavirus.
Corona.
But anyway, they are the developers for Infamous, and their new IP, Ghost of Tsushima, has a release date June 26th. So, Dan, did you come across any other news besides that we've talked about?
No, unfortunately not. And then also, can't forget Sucker Punch, Sly Cooper.
Yes,
so it's also another great game that came from them. But no, I haven't really. It's been a pretty slow news week.
Oh, and happy birthday, PlayStation 2. Yesterday, PlayStation 2 turned 20 years old. It was released in Japan 20 years ago. And in Our Mom's Basement, we did a nice little special happy birthday. We put down some of our favorite games on the PS2. So, happy birthday, PlayStation.
Happy birthday.
All right, so we are going to break really quick. We are going to get our guest of honor in here. So, we will be right back, guys.
Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions like, how do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? Well, the very simple answer is Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing right now by reading this ad. I have been using Anchor for months now, and it has been the best way to upload and edit my podcast fast and simple. So if you have always wanted to start a podcast, make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start to join me in a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. And now, if you're just joining us here, I am Rage Quit Pat. That is Dan the Pizza Man. But ladies and gentlemen, let's give all the cool dudes out there, all the Inner Mom Basement fans here, let's give a warm welcome to our guest. She is a full-time streamer from Vancouver, Canada. She enjoys playing FPS, MMORPGs, and Battle Royale games. She strives to create a community that is welcoming to all and maintains a positive environment while gaming. So let's introduce Asikaa.
Hello. That was quite the. I don't think I've ever had an intro like that before.
Yeah, we strive to bring the positive intros as best we can on the Inner Mom's Basement podcast. We do our best here. So I hope we get a lot of hype there. But anyway, how are you, Asikaa? How was everything? You were streaming Apex Legends before. How was that?
It was good, man. Loving the new limited time event they got going on. It's pretty. If you got a good memory, you can get some good loot.
Did you get any dubs today? I did unfortunately see that you died the last game. How did the previous games go?
Game before that, we got a win, and then we had some second places, some top tens. You know, when I'm carrying the whole squad on the back, they don't always come easy, you know?
You got to do what you got to do. So the one thing I will say, I don't mind Battle Royales, but I just can't stand when you would get, let's say, 15 kills, and then there would be that camper that just sit there all day and then just pops out and kills you within, and they only have one kill. It's that's always very exciting.
Yeah, but, you know, people like that, their stats look like crap, so I don't worry about that. Can't win them all.
Yeah, I know. It's always frustrating. I got that a lot in PUBG.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness.
So as we're talking about games that you were playing today, I was watching you play Blessed Unleashed. How you liking it?
I love it. Big MMO RPG fan, and it's on Xbox. It's really nice to just kind of have the controls in your hand. Like, you know, I grew up as a console gamer and as a simultaneous PC gamer, so I've always kind of appreciated switching back and forth between the two platforms. And, you know, I really do enjoy RPG games on the controller, so I'm really excited to see where this game goes.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm in love with it. I played the betas. I'm playing it now, and I can't stop playing it. Like, I mean, the RDLC came out. I'm a little addicted to that too, but I got to find some time for Blessed Unleashed as well. Yeah,
you definitely have to. And, you know, the scenery of it, the decoration, the detail on the art, on the weapons and stuff too, just absolutely beautiful. And the character customization is insane. I got a little, I don't even know how you say it, Ipin. I got one of those little dudes. Made one of those today. Crusader. Really, really stoked to play it.
Yeah, the Crusader actually looks a lot of fun. I'm a mage, so I definitely want to. Yeah, I would definitely want to do a Crusader because they look awesome. The
glass cannon. I heard they're quite challenging to play solo.
Yeah, definitely. When did you start streaming? When did you get into it?
So I started streaming back in 2013. On Twitch, obviously. It was kind of, I think it must have been pretty close after they switched from Justin TV to Twitch. And basically, yeah, I was playing World of Warcraft, and, like, you know, I was sitting there looking, and I'm like, okay, we need to find a way to teach people, you know, fights for raids and how to PvP, because we were running rated battlegrounds at the time, and we didn't want to just bring people in and see how they did. We wanted to really, like, show them so that they could come in already knowing what to do. So kind of started it as a teaching tool. And then my internet, like, was horrible. I was away from home at the time, and it was a real, like, social element for me to hang out, play WoW, and then discovered, oh, wow, people can actually watch me play and chat with me. Okay, sick. So my internet was really good where I was living at the time. And then it completely was horrible when I got home, so I couldn't continue. So I picked it back up again. I think it was either 2014 or 2015. And yeah, I just kind of streamed on Twitch for 2.5 years, and fell in love with it and decided I was really passionate about it. And then I made the switch to Mixer, and here we are today.
Yeah, I mean, Mixer and Twitch are two different platforms. I know we started off on Mixer, and then we actually moved to Twitch, and we were on Twitch for a while. We got affiliate, whatnot, and then we decided to come back to Mixer because we felt like this had a better community. So we actually just recently made the move back to Mixer.
Yeah, so the community is way different. On Twitch, you kind of feel like a little drop in the bucket. That was really what was kind of frustrating me is you really had to put the extra effort, and you had to be networking all the time to even feel like you were making a dent. And, it was just exhausting at the time. And the communities that I joined and the people that I met on Twitch were amazing, phenomenal people. Still in touch with a lot of them to this day. And, a lot of them even followed me over here to Mixer. But at the end of the day, and I think a big piece of why Mixer is so special is because everything's so small. Like you have a lot of consequence if you do something bad to people, if you rip somebody off or if you do something mean or whatever, like it gets back to people pretty quick. So, you really do, you find people who are, I think, just more willing to be welcoming, friendly, and comfortable with you. So, it was a huge change from feeling like, oh, I'm in this vast canyon of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other streams, and now feeling like you can actually like break through and meet people who are, friendly, welcoming, nice. Like it's been a huge change. And I've been on Mixer for nearly 3.5 years now. So it's been a long-term change for me.
Yeah, we play a lot of Rainbow Six Siege, so definitely that was one of the also the big reasons why we jumped back in the Mixer too, is because Twitch, they have a lot of the, we were like definitely a little fish in a massive pond, I would say, because a lot of the Rainbow Six, the big streamers are all on Twitch. You have King George, you have Macy J, you have Bolo, you have all those huge streamers on Twitch. And Mixer, definitely when we switched over, we definitely saw a little bit much of a better crowd than we would get on Twitch. A lot of times on Twitch, we got a lot of people that would mostly just kind of yell at us and be like, oh, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, and that was the one reason why I really, when I heard about Beam back then. I heard about it, saw people start to like tweet their links out with it and whatnot. And I was like, man, I really want to learn more about this, check it out. And then I restreamed there like maybe one day and instantly, just because, toxicity levels on Twitch were massive. Being somebody who, got short hair, a lot of people think I'm a dude all the time. And if you kind of walk a line a little bit different than other people, people like to do shit on anybody really at the end of the day on Twitch. They just like to mess with people. So I kind of just got tired of it and switched to Mix or to Beam and didn't experience any of it. Just like people popping in to say, hey, who are you? I noticed you're new, and just being friendly and not saying toxic things. And when people did, I reported them and they were gone. And it was such a bizarre experience because on Twitch, you report someone and it just feels like nothing ever happens. And I mean, I totally get it because, it's a pretty big beast on Twitch from what you have to compare to on Mixer. You got millions of users. If people are putting in, imagine how many reports go into Twitch every day. Every second there's probably reports flooding in nonstop. Mixer, not so much volume. I mean, there's still obviously volume, but just not as much, so it's a lot easier for the support staff to come in. I'm talking I was getting harassed for 3 months every single day, view botted, bot rated, and just told horrible things, told people telling me to kill myself and all that shit. And switching to Mixer, that just didn't happen anymore.
It seems a lot of the conversations that we've had with other people who stream on Mixer too, a lot of the same reactions. When they streamed on Twitch, they seem to get a lot more negativity than they have on Mixer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just telling my mods that my bot is going to be down, so there's no interruptions.
That's okay. We actually have a little of a lighthearted question here. This one I actually, one, watching your streams and seeing these things happen, I just kind of want to see. So what game do you get yelled at more when you're streaming? Farming Simulator or Fortnite?
I definitely think people say meaner stuff to me when I play Farm Sim.
That's crazy. So it's so crazy.
I literally think Farm Sim, like that one guy who came in and was like called me a fucking idiot.
I was in your Farming Simulator. I'm like, when I watch people play Farming Simulator, like when I watch you play it, I'm like, oh, this just seems like a relaxing experience. You're just farming, doing these with crops. It seems like, you're just playing it to relax, like you're,
100.
taking a load off. And then there was people coming in like, what the hell are you doing? Lift it, lift it.
Lift the fucking header, you fucking idiot.
Lift it.
Like, dude, it saves like 2 seconds. It doesn't freaking matter. Yeah, and the classic is, I'm a farmer, you're doing it wrong.
Oh my! It's just crazy.
Like, I get it. This is a video game. This is a farming video game, and the really good one was because you don't want to drive over your crops, of course, in real life, right?
Yeah.
You want them to grow. You want them to stay healthy. This one guy was yelling at us because we were doing it wrong, and we're like, "Look, dude, we're just trying to save time. Like, it's a farming video game."
All right, so does that mean would you ever stream like Trucking Simulator or any of?
I do all the time. That was an adventure.
Do you get yelled at for those games? So like you're not driving fast enough, or switch lanes, put on your blinker.
Yeah, I get that. If I run a red light, I get yelled at if I run a red light. I get yelled at if so when I was learning how to park, that was like people just like wanting to backseat game and I'm sitting there and I'm like, look, I just want to learn how to do it. I gotta learn by doing, and you guys telling me to do. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying anyway, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
That's crazy.
And if like, oh man, if I didn't do it the way that they wanted, holy crap! Now I can I'm crazy. I can drive backwards and do crazy turns and whatever. But I play on a controller too. I don't have the wheel or anything like that. But holy crap, yeah, Truck Sim's really fun though. I love that game.
It's just crazy that a game that you're playing just to kind of take a load off, that people are literally coming in, going absolutely berserk because you're not doing it the correct way, as opposed to a game like Fortnite. You would think people come in like, oh, let me play you 1-on-1 right now. Let's go.
That's all I get is 1v1 me. You're a bot, and I'm like, I'm well aware. You don't have to tell me. And I refuse to learn how to build. I build, but I don't do it the way that they build, where they're building the 5-story house with the Wi-Fi, with the pool on the roof and the satellite dish and whatever. But I'm like, look, I can responsibly build. I'll respond to what you're doing. I'm just not going to do all the crazy stuff.
Have you ever had a troll, when you were, because I know you do, sometimes you play with subs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone ever trolled you? I'm assuming that probably has happened on a Fortnite or an Apex.
Oh yeah, all the time. Back when you could team kill, we would play with Phil on, and you get the Phil person, and they just shoot you when you're off on your own with them.
Oh.
And then it's all right, come kill this idiot. And this was before respawning, so it's literally okay, come kill this idiot. So then it's what was the point of that? You literally just got killed by my friends, and now you're out of the game too. What's the point of it? Or now you can get shot down. You can get shot down if you're building a ramp up.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually going to do it to my girlfriend when we were playing squads, and somebody beat me to the punch to do it. So I yelled at them for killing her because I was planning to kill her. And they ruined my joke.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've had people build walls in front of me though, and it's kind of annoying because call the kid out dude, what are you doing? He's like, oh well, I was trying to cover you. I'm like, I can cover myself. I don't need you to cover me.
Are these people just trying to make it, I guess, on YouTube or something? Or oh, look, I trolled a streamer.
I think that's part of it. There is this copycat culture of people seeing big YouTubers do it, and then they'll do it. I get a lot of that. Oh, hey, answer this random question. and I'm just like, no, or I'll do something, and like I'll get like, you know, tell them to screw off or whatever, and they're like, oh, I'm putting that reaction on YouTube. I'm like, cool, you're probably gonna get like 2 views of yourself checking to see if anybody else has viewed your video.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
That is hilarious.
I've seen a lot of like troll channels on YouTube and stuff like that, and I just sit back and I'm just like, my god, man, like come up with your own content. Like you're just basically just picking and choosing what you want to post. Like they mostly just post like the reactions. They don't post like any of the other stuff.
Yeah, no creation, no creative aspect to it. It's literally just because if it, like, you know, every once in a while you want to go and like create a video where you go around and ask people random questions. Like I know a lot of streamers like to do that, but if like that's all your channel is, I don't know.
Yeah,
it ain't for me.
Let's
put it that way.
There's a guy on Twitch, and his name, I don't know if you ever heard of him. His name's Wings of Redemption, and
no, I haven't.
He was like one of the bigger Call of Duty streamers from years ago, and then as time went on, he has built a huge troll community where it pretty much shut he couldn't post YouTube's videos anymore, to the fact that the troll videos were getting more views than his own views. So basically people just go into his channel and just troll him, and then on YouTube they'll like cut pieces out of most of like his reactions where and then like people, what they'll do, he plays on PlayStation, so people in his chat will message people he's playing with on PlayStation, and they're like, "Hey, team kill him. I'll give you $20 PSN." And they use the same exact code every time. And it's just some of it's funny, but some of it's like, man, I really feel bad for this guy. But like, there are some streams where the guy is really a total douche. Like, he's probably one of the most toxic Rainbow Six like streamers I've ever watched. Like, I've never seen somebody blame their teammates more than I've ever seen him.
Yeah, I mean, you make your bed at the end of the day, and you can always get out of any hole you put yourself in. If you feel like your content isn't progressing, like, it is possible, but man, it is a lot of work, for real. Like, especially if it's, you know, you see people who are trying to change from that toxic lifestyle and they're trying to do other things. It's really, really tough because that old community doesn't want to let go. You know, like, they want you to keep doing that, but it's like, you know, and there's a variety of reasons why people change. Like, they change because they're tired of it. You know, I could only imagine that being toxic like that makes you miserable. Like, I couldn't see it making you happy, but I don't know. I mean, like, I sit there and think about myself personally because I focus on, you know, the opposite of it being positive. Like, I get mad. I still get annoyed. Like, I was getting annoyed today when these kids are stealing my kill and they're looting a box instead of reviving me, and et cetera, et cetera. You know, obviously that's frustrating, but at the end of the day, like, you know, you run out of jokes. Like, you just tell the same joke over and over again, and eventually, if you put yourself in that mood, like, that rubs off on you, and then, like, you're miserable. So, it doesn't make sense to me, man.
Yeah, someone in chat, beer smash mates a really good point. Yeah, trolling after a while it gets old. You know, it is fun. It is fun, like, right away for maybe like a day or two, but then after a while, it's just it's not funny anymore.
Yep.
All right, so I got a question. What's with their background in the clove? The
the clovers. So we do themed decks. So I don't know if you guys know what Streamloots is.
Yeah.
So these clover thingies, they're connected to my Streamloots. If you get a lucky clover in your pot of gold, which is what we're calling the St. Patty's Day chest, you get a lucky clover with your name on it. So you can be like, haha, I'm the best, you know? Because I don't have a background, right? Like, a lot of people put like a wall up and they'll write like their subs or whatever. But with my green screen right now, because where I'm living, we don't have if I had like a corner, I would have a beautiful background. It'd be great. The best background you've ever seen. But right now, can't do it. So, boom. Got some
I like
clovers
it.
in the background.
It looks good though.
I was actually
Yeah.
wondering what that was too. That actually is really cool because of coming to your stream and everything like that. We actually finally signed up for Stream Loots because it is hilarious. It's a lot of fun,
dude. Yep, you gotta get a good community and get good ideas going on. Like we have a lot of funny stuff in there. You know, we got one. I gotta sing this song, the unicorn song. I don't know if you guys know that. You've seen me do it.
I was really trying to pull the Canadian. I think it was the national anthem. Are you singing it different? I was really hoping to pull that.
I did. I had somebody pulled that the other day and made me do it in French. It was a train wreck. Yeah, it was awful. It was horrible. My French teacher from high school was like spinning in his grave. Yeah, a lot of amazing things. We had one for Valentine's Day. We did a Valentine's Day deck, and one of them was I had to read a passage from 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh my Lord!
Yeah. That was bad. That was awful. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that's over with until next year.
It must have been a great part.
Oh yeah. Oh. Sometimes I was like, I'll pick, and then other times, like my girlfriend would be sitting there, like going through, and she'd like send me stuff. I'm like, I can't say that with a straight face.
You just gotta beep it out. You know?
Oh man, yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
So talking about like Mixer and its features, I know one of the features that Mixer has that used to be pretty big is the hype zone.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the hype zone? I know it used to be big, but it's not big anymore. Do you have any ideas on that? I know a lot of people ask about that.
Yeah, I feel like it was it was really cool to start with, but I feel like just like anything else, like I feel like it was without anything added to it, like it kind of has always just stayed the same. It's never grown beyond just finding streamers in the last bit of the game and like kind of trying to bring the hype and whatever. Like there's no features that got added to it. It just kind of stayed stagnant, I guess, and anything else, you know, it just doesn't stay popular.
Yeah,
you know?
when it first came out, we used to play PUBG a lot and used to get into the hype zone of PUBG. It was awesome because it was like a big community involved and you know, you got really hyped, and now it's just like decreased.
Yeah, I used to love it. Like there was like certain people that would always be in the hype zone chat, and every time I got hype zone, I'd be calling them out. I'd be like, "Where's this person? Where's this person? Are they here right now?" And they would never come to my stream unless hype zone was there. That was the only time they ever came in. But like it didn't matter. I'd always just like call their name out, and like that kind of stuff was cool. Even when it was like super toxic or whatever. Like to be honest, towards the end, like hype zone was kind of a curse. It's like, okay, hype zone, can you please leave? I really want to win this game. You guys are cursed. And at the end of the day, like people would follow the channel and stuff, and they never really come back. You know, it kind of just became inflated stats and whatnot. But really, really cool idea. I just wish that the creativity that brought Hype Zone in, I wish they had just kind of built off. I don't know how. I mean, I really enjoy Hype Zone at PAX. I really like that they bring it to life when they go to an event. But as it stands, Hype Zone itself, like I don't really think. I mean, maybe a handful of people have stayed in my stream from Hype Zone. So for me, it wasn't really, you know, I sit there and I do really well, but I don't always win.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
we're
a
all
comedy
there.
streamer.
I think the craziest one that we've ever strolled into, I've told a story. We were playing PUBG, as Dan the Pizza Man said, and I think we were like close to the end, and I got completely distracted because I got hype zoned, and it was like 350 people.
Yep.
And I was like, what? And I looked at the screen. I was like, oh, my God, we're in the hype zone. And then I died. I was like, oh, my God.
Yep.
Damn it, hype zone. You distracted me.
Me and my friend were hiding in the bushes, and I'm like, you know, coordinating. I'm like, all right, let's just stay here, you know, and then we'll move towards the circle. And all of a sudden I hear, you know, our alert goes off. It's like hype zone. It's like, I was like, holy shit, dude, it's 350 people in here. I'm like, all right, let's do this, let's do that. And then we're getting shot from the back. I'm like, oh, my God, we're getting shot from the back, and then we're dead.
Yeah, I was one of the first streamers that got hosted by Hype Zone. Yeah, it was a lot, man. It was a lot of pressure, and suddenly everyone's watching you. And you know, it was kind of cool though, because Mixer was rolling out those videos because they clip your win, right? I don't know if people know that, but they always clip it.
Oh no, that I never knew.
If you win, I don't know if they clip it anyway, but either way, they clip it, and they made these little videos, so it was always super cool to get featured in one of those videos. Like there was one where I had a dude, he was in a buggy. And he just like tucked underneath it on Xbox PUBG back when it first came out. And I just sat there and I just unloaded on the buggy. and one because I blew the buggy up. I'm like, yeah,
no.
I'll take it, man.
If you had to make like any changes towards it, like to make it better, what would you like if like Mixer said, hey, you know, Asikaa, we want you to make some adjustments to the hype zone, what would kind of be your creative ideas for it?
I mean, it's hard to say. It would be really cool if people could, because they have the Mixer guest thing. Like, it would be dope if, like, if you did win, if, like, suddenly there was, like, a giveaway triggered or something cool, you know, that would kind of make people interested. Because that's the thing. It's like us streamers, like, we have to add new features and stuff to our streams to keep people interested. If they added stuff like that, or maybe they gave away free Mixer Pro or something, you know, and it was all automated, or free stuff for everyone if you win.
Like
I don't know if they do that.
Like
but...
the Coke ad on Twitch when they that horrible. Oh my gosh. Did you?
Yeah, so if they could just kind of add some automation to it and run some giveaways or something, like that'd be kind of cool. Adding global mods and stuff like that really kind of took out the toxicity level of it. But you know, to me it's just, if you're looking at it for discoverability, you know, it'd be really great if like there was a link to your channel or something that could be dropped in the chat.
Yeah.
That's I would like that.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that Coke ad that Twitch ran?
I saw one that they ran because this girl that I know on Twitch, she got partnered and she was featured in it. I heard about. I didn't really see any other Coke. Like, Coke rated her after she got partnered on Twitch, and then they made a commercial out of it. Like, I didn't watch it. I don't really watch anything. I mean, it's not that I don't like Twitch. I don't watch that kind of stuff.
It seems like a lot of the drama. There was another drama thing on Twitch too with the girl who was playing. I think it was Apex, and she threw her cat behind her head. That was like
Alinity,
that was a big one.
Yeah. You know what, man? I always joke because, like, you know, I don't know if you guys have heard me say it yet, but anytime my dogs start barking, I tell them I'm going to put them in a stew.
Yes,
I've heard you say that. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So I'm waiting, man, to get canceled on Twitter because I'm telling my dogs I'm going to put them in a stew. It's like, it's a joke.
Yeah, some people are too sensitive nowadays. I mean, I don't agree with throwing a cat behind your head.
No, that was a bit much. I wouldn't throw my animal, but, you know, I'm joking, like, because, like, man, I don't know if you guys have seen Nyla up close, but she's chunky. She's got some nice meaty legs. She would make a good stew.
I'm surprised animal rights aren't at your door right now protesting.
Yeah, right? I mean, there's this one girl, and to this day, I don't know how people stand on it, but she has a dog that has like a problem with its throat, its esophagus. Apparently, it makes these weird noises all the time. And she made a joke about beating her dog because it was barking. And then she went off camera. And then there was like the dog made its like weird throat noises, and people were like, "Oh, she's beating her dog." So there's this, like, I still don't know how I feel about it. I'm like, I wasn't there. I'm not gonna sit here and make opinions about it. Other people were saying like, no, you know, she's a nice person, blah blah blah. So it sucks, man. Like, I feel for people when they get pulled in those situations. Somebody clips something out of context and puts it on Twitter, and, you know, people just parade you through the fire. Like, to me, it's not fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you said before on your Discord and your Twitter and everything like that, you switched the Twitch part-time, not full-time. So far, what has been? I know you talk about the past when you streamed on Twitch and then when you streamed to Mixer. What's been the differences now that when you've gone back to Twitch for a little bit?
To be honest, man, you know, I'm trying to think. I haven't really had an opportunity yet because I've been doing these sponsorships on another platform. So they kind of came out of nowhere. So it kind of derailed my plan, because literally I was going to stream on Twitch like this week, and then I got these sponsorships and it just didn't happen. But, you know, it feels alien now to go on Twitch. Like, I feel like I'm like in a place I shouldn't be, or like it's kind of weird. And, you know, the whole affiliate thing, like, I don't know, guys. It's weird. Like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm an affiliate. I have emotes on Twitch now. Like, I went for so long wishing there was an affiliate program or some kind of affiliate, or like road. Because, like, I don't know if you guys remember back then, but there's literally people dying because they're sitting there trying to get partner on Twitch, and they're streaming 20 hours a day, having heart attacks while they're out having a smoke. And there's no guidelines.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, oh, 200 viewers. Okay, I got partnered now. You know, now they lay it out for you. But, you know, I wanted it for so long. And in the way that they have it set up now, it can be really good for some people if their goal is to get partnership. I feel like it is a great stepping stone opportunity. But the problem that comes with it now, though, is I see a lot of streamers who I'm like, they're sitting there like asking people for help to get affiliate. And it's like, okay, the requirements for affiliate aren't very much. You know, like if you're asking for help to get affiliate, should you really even be trying to get affiliate? Because at the end of the day, you know, they have payout thresholds. What's the point of sitting there and grinding for this if it's like wait until you're ready for it?
Yeah.
Wait until you know I'm going to get a paycheck every month because I'm at the point. Like people just want to monetize right away, but they don't realize, you know, how much work goes into this. And like, I think it's a great program for everyone. I just want to make that extremely clear because I don't want people to go, Asikaa said affiliates suck, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that people don't realize, wow, my closed captioning just went massive there for a second. People don't realize the work that go into monetizing your stream and getting people to come back and sub to you every month. So, you know, it's kind of it's created an interesting market on, like, I feel like I get a lot of people coming in and asking because I don't have any like badges or anything set up, and they're like, hey, I can do graphics for you. Like that's pretty much like I get my own community, and then I just get these random graphic designers who want to make art for me. And I'm like, can you make it for free?
Yeah, people don't understand. Even once you get the, you know, affiliate, the grind still continues.
Oh, it's insane. And like, you know, I'm glad that I didn't have that pressure starting as a streamer, because like it really allowed me to sit there and kind of go through the shit. Because I feel like a lot of people now, you see, they start streaming and you know, stuff happens. You know, you kind of go through the gears a little bit. You know, maybe you get harassed. Maybe you go too hard and you burn out. You know, you gotta, like, I see what happens on Mixer a lot of times is people just start streaming. They've been streaming for 6 months and now they're partnered. And they haven't even been streaming for a year yet and they're already partnered. And there's a lot of ups and downs. Like have you experienced the slow period yet? Like I went through a period on Twitch where I didn't get a single follow for 3 months. 3 months. Not a single follow. Like imagine how mentally like abusive that would be, like to yourself. Just sitting there being like, what the hell's going on? Why am I not getting any follows? And I went through that and I came through the other side and started like, I went from like 0 follows and then all of a sudden I was averaging 120 a month. So like people come in and they get stuff. I guess I don't want to say that it's easy because it's not, but it's easier to obtain. And then it kind of, for some people, it takes the hard work out of it, I feel, for some people. I'm just waiting for the people on Twitter to be like, Asikaa.
Don't worry, give them time. They'll be on your Twitter soon.
You can quote me on that.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, we've been back on Mix for how long, Dan? Now it's been like just a couple months.
Yeah, it's been a couple months.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some ups and downs. I mean, I feel like we all experienced that at some point.
It makes you a better creator, though, to go through those ups and downs, man. 100%.
Yeah, I have my views turned off, so I think that has definitely.
Oh, wow.
I think that's definitely has helped. So like before when we both started streaming, I would have my viewers on, and then I would kind of get depressed and not really want to stream if I would stream. And I get like 0 views or like 1 or 2 views, and then I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna turn them off. Just turn them off and whatever. I'll just pretend somebody's watching me, and that's how I kind of go by for now.
Yeah, I mean, it literally like started when I started streaming, like I literally had nobody watching me, and then slowly like it just kind of trickled in, and you know, it really kicked off when I ended up killing a friend in H1Z1. Like that's back what we were playing then. Literally killed my friend, and he had Twitch.tv in his name. So I like, oh shit, he's streaming. So I like popped over to his stream, And I'm like, I just killed you on my stream. He's sitting there dead, like waiting for the game to end because his friend's still alive. Oh, it was great. God. And then his community came over, and then it really started to like gain some traction after that. But it was funny, man. But yeah, literally, like you go through those periods where like you see your regulars, they find new streams to watch, or maybe they take time off or whatever, and at the end of the day, you just have to sit there and remember that each person in your stream they're still a number, they're still a person. If they're chatting, like you really got to try and just cultivate those relationships with people, because one, you never know when people are going to be like, I'm out of here, like see you later, or they have other, like, the hell, go outside sometimes, guys. Jeez, don't sit here and watch my pale ass play video games.
The sun, what is that?
Yeah, right. I went outside last weekend and got sick. Like, it was horrible.
Uh-oh. We gotta watch out for that. We gotta watch
I'm riding it out, man. Yeah, no, I heard somebody tweeted me and told me just to keep my body full of alcohol so I don't get sick.
Make sure you're washing your hands thoroughly so you can avoid the coronavirus.
Yeah, don't touch your face. Yeah, don't touch your face.
It's just crazy. That's so baffling. That's the way to not prevent a virus, is to just wash your hands, something that we were taught as kids.
It's hard to do,
It really is. Yeah, you're good. Just keep the alcohol in your body, guys, and you won't get sick.
Yeah. There you go. Disinfect right there. I love it.
You got permission from me.
Well, speaking of alcohol, there was a rumor going around, Asikaa. We picked up on it in our mom's basement exclusive. We picked up on it, and we want to confirm if it's true or not. That you're coming to the States, and we're going to go to a Rangers and Vancouver game. And it's going to be on a Friday, and we're going to have Friday beers as well.
Oh, man. If that could happen, dude, y'all want to fly me out there?
What? What if it's during a PAX East? And
oof.
It's not that far away. We got a 4-hour drive. We have a 4-hour drive.
You guys are going to come pick me up?
Flights are cheap right now.
Yeah, flights are cheap right now, so we might...
Man, you guys fly me out there, I'm in. But other than that, oof.
It'll be fun. You'll be at MS.
It would be hella fun. I would wear my jersey. So let me tell you what I did one time. So this is right after the Boston Bruins beat the Canucks in 2011. I interned in New Hampshire, and I went to. So I can't. Let me try to remember how this goes. We watched the Providence Bruins play the Manchester Monarchs. The Manchester Monarchs are the farm team of LA. And the Providence Bruins are the farm team of Boston. And so it was 2012 at this point, or 2013. LA had just knocked the Canucks out of the playoffs that year, the year before. And then the Bruins beat them in the playoffs the year before. And I'm sitting there, and my boss gets me tickets and takes me to the game and tells me, like, the teams and stuff. And I'm like, is this some kind of sick joke? And she's like, what? And then I told her that. I'm like, these are the two teams that have, like, ruined our dreams and hopes for the last, like, 2 years. It's hilarious. And I wore my jersey. I think, they did a puck toss. Everybody was given these, like, squishy pucks to throw on the ice. And I got one in the back of the head.
Oh, my gosh. Oh,
man. Yeah, man. It's no joke. It's no joke, man. The rivalries. I would love to go to a Rangers game, though. That would be insane.
Yeah, no.
That'd definitely be a dream come true.
The big rivalry is, it's cooled down now because both teams stink. I mean, the Rangers a little bit better. But the Rangers Devils is a huge rivalry. And back around, I want to say when the frickin' I was down the shore in New Jersey. We have the Jersey Shore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was Rangers Devils Eastern Conference Finals. I'm sitting there drinking. I get a text message. Devils eliminated the Rangers, and I immediately took the red Solo cup I had, and we weren't getting a security deposit anyway. And I threw it against the wall, and everyone's like, what the hell? What are you doing? I'm like, the fucking Rangers got eliminated by the fucking Devils. And I had all these Marty Brodeur crap I had to listen to, like, oh, the king, where's the king?
Yep. It's horrible, dude. It's the worst thing that can happen to you. Seriously, your team getting kicked out. I mean, maybe not the worst thing, but it's pretty bad.
No, by the Devils, it was worse because, the Devils fans and
Well, we got kicked out by Calgary a couple years ago. That was pretty bad.
I want to go back to. I just want to go back to 2014 when they almost had it. That was a wonderful year.
Yep.
That was
Which one? The Canucks or?
No, the Rangers.
Oh, the Rangers. Okay, because and that was when you guys had Vigneault, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vigneault. I loved Vigneault, man. He was such a good coach.
And we had Marty St. Louis. We picked him up that year, and I was, let's just say I had a lot of Friday beers of enjoyment.
Oh man, best kind of beers. Yeah, when we went to the game, it was Koopa's first game. She'd never been to one before, and we both obviously got, like, I'm sitting there. It's the second period, and I was planning to drive home that night. Literally, I'm like, why was I thinking this was even going to be possible? Texted my mom, just got our ride figured out home, because I'm like, no, this is not happening.
Have you followed?
It's a game, you know.
Have you followed Friday Beers on Instagram yet?
I haven't. I need to.
You should. It gets you pumped up. I mean, I know we're all older and stuff, but it gets you pumped up.
Yeah.
Someone had a question in the chat. I think it was, what was it, amateur gamer. Amateur gamer. Yeah, he wants to know.
Okay, so the reason he's asking that he's poking fun at me because so Amateur Gamer is one of the first streamers I started watching when I switched to Beam, and I can't even remember why. I think I did it for his birthday because, like, I'm horrible at chugging beers. My brother was apparently known as the Shotgun King in high school. That did not translate down to me. Can't chug water. And it took me about 10 minutes to chug a beer on stream.
Oh, well, it's I can't really chug a beer that much either.
Dude, it's the bubbles. It's the bubbles,
and then,
man.
Like, when it hits, like, for me, like, when it hits my throat, if it's too cold,
yep.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, my throat's just like, nope, get out of here.
Yeah, no, I can't, but maybe one day. So you mentioned PAX East. What year did you go? Because Dan and I have gone to PAX East. What year did you go to PAX East?
So I went. This is the first year I haven't gone. I went. God, what was it?
Did you go last year?
Yeah, I went last year.
Oh my goodness!
I went the year before that. Yeah.
It's too bad we weren't on Mixer then, because we were there.
Yep.
We were at PAX East.
Yep. I mean, we probably crossed paths and we wouldn't have even known.
Probably. You know what? When I went, I enjoyed more of. I enjoy Boston. Like, I enjoy visiting the city.
I love Boston.
I enjoy visiting the city. The only downside is that everything closes at 2.
Cheap beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The beer was cheaper, but everything closes at 2, which sucks. Mm-hmm. But it was just cool. When we were on Twitch back then, we got to meet a lot of our Twitch community there.
Yeah.
And that was more satisfying than anything else. I really didn't care for the convention that much. And Dan could laugh at this. We were with a group of our Twitch community, and they kind of made it like a freaking flea market. Remember, Dan? Man. They were going around all the board games and everything.
Yep.
And we're like, dude, is this a flea market? What the hell are we doing here?
Yeah, but all the games are like, we went at PAX South and we bought games. Man, I must have spent $100 on tabletop games, man.
My...
Give me flea market prices. We missed everybody at PAX South because literally we went and bought games, and then we sat in tabletop and played them. Everyone's like, "Where were you?" I'm like, "I was sitting in I tweeted, I put a picture where I was." Like,
we didn't play any tabletop games. We were just walking around, just looking at them and just putting them back down. Just looking at them again, and we're like, putting them back.
Man, you could have got Drinking Quest.
What was the one that we got, Dan? That drinking. There was a drinking game we got. Which one was it?
I don't remember. It was like Frenemies or something.
Frenemies or something like that. Yeah, it was like a.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, I saw that one. They're there. They're at every PAX.
And we played. There was a couple funny indie games we played. Like, there was one I was playing. I was a cockroach, and stuff like that. And there was like
you were an ant.
I was an ant.
I've actually heard a number of people play that game at PAX.
Yeah, it was funny. I mean, there was really, you were just trying to climb, or I don't even remember. It was mostly climbing. There was like a dad simulator where you got fired and
you just fuck shit up.
Yeah, you could throw your shit at your boss.
You can hit people with random things. It was awesome.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, the indie games are fun. I mean, the problem, like, they had the main games, but the lines are like wrapped around the whole freaking convention.
Yeah. No, I ain't about lines, man. Like, I won't line up for a game to play at PAX if I'm gonna get to play it within
Did you play Fortnite at PAX?
I do when I don't have to wait in line.
Okay. The reason why
like the mixer booth.
The reason why we joked is because one of the kids in our Twitch community at the time. He's a heavy Fortnite streamer. That's mostly all, and he was waiting in line to play, and we were like, "Wow,
Oh my
he's
God.
waiting. He streams Fortnite,
I'd never wait in line.
and now he's waiting in line to play Fortnite at PAX."
The only time I ever waited in line, we did this thing for ASUS, the Raj booth, and they had us playing Fortnite with people, and if we won, if we got top 5, the kid got like a statue. So that was pretty fun to do. And then I waited in line to play with another streamer. Like, I don't know if you know Fabu Rocks, but she streams with her parents. I think she's got to be like 12 or 13 now. She streams with her parents because they got to be there with her to stream because she's young. So I waited in line to play with her. But it was funny because I'm sitting there and all these kids are like coming out to play, whatever. And actually one kid knew who I was. So that was a win for me.
That's awesome.
One kid knew. I'm like, all these other kids are like, who the hell are you?
Did they get a picture? Did they ask for a picture? Right?
Yeah, Raj took pictures of us with them.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, I like those conventions. The conventions are a lot of fun. It's more now for us when we go is to just meet everybody.
Yeah,
That's
meet everybody, food, drinks, fun, running around. I mean, everyone always says, "I wish we all like there was a streamer city that we all lived in," and I'm like, hell no. I love getting my space away from you guys.
Yeah.
Here's times a year.
Here's actually a funny story with PAX East. We're all adults here, so I think we could all enjoy this. So at PAX East, they had like a quiet room where you could take naps and stay away from the convention. So I went in there while Dan stayed with the flea market crew and continued shopping. So I was like, all right, guys, just text me. I'm going to take a nap. I'm tired. So, the room's quiet. Like there's literally no noise. And, the body was talking to me and was like, something has to happen here. So passed a little gas.
I mean, it's poop.
It passed a little gas. It was louder than expected. And I kind of just played it off.
Oh, man.
I kind of just played it off like I'm sleeping. I have no idea what's happening. And maybe the person next to me did it. So I just stayed asleep. I'm like, that happened. I did the smart thing. I didn't bop my head up like it was me. I kind of just stayed asleep like, yep, no idea what happened. Yep, and I waited maybe another 15, 20 minutes, and I got up and ran the hell out of there.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I did that in, grade 4.
Listen, we were out the night before it. We had beers, food.
That draft beer. Draft beer will get you every time.
It was beer, all of this stuff from the night before. And regrettably, we didn't go this year, but definitely maybe in the future. But I will tell you the secret to this: if you ever go again, Asikaa, don't buy a pass.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I get a media pass, man.
Oh well, okay. Well, lucky you. All right. Well, lucky you. But for us, we won't buy a pass anymore because they don't check them. We found out they don't check any of the passes.
Really? They check mine, man, every time.
Oh, really? They
if
never
it's turned around. They're like, "Can you turn your pass around?" I'm like, "Well."
Oh wow! They never checked. They didn't check it.
Mine was in my pocket. I just walked in.
Yeah, geez.
I wore
my
Thursday pass for Friday. I'm like, let me see if they check if I wear my Thursday.
Oh, I don't think they check the days always, but they're color coded, man. If I just wouldn't personally, as an industry person, I wouldn't want to get busted.
Oh,
because I know at E3 they check your ID and your name has to match the pass on your ID. Because PAX they don't do that. It's just you have a badge, you're in.
Oh, how was an E3 experience? I know E3 has changed a lot. I haven't really heard too much of an E3 experience because I remember it actually just used to be closed. And then they opened it up to the public. Only, so how was an E3 experience?
I couldn't really speak from just going as a gamer because I've always gone as media. And we always get early access and we get into the briefings and whatnot. My girlfriend had a really miserable time. I'm pretty sure, no, we bought her a pass, I think the last time, but we almost didn't buy her a pass when we went this past one because she doesn't really want to go in line to try anything. She can't get in early with me. We pretty much just walk around and hang out. But I think if you're passionate about gaming, I think it's a cool experience and you should at least experience it once. But it's the same as PAX, but Fortnite had a massive booth that was really awesome. Mixer has always had a great presence there. Like, it's different enough from PAX that you should go. But man, it's really hard to say because I don't have this experience of just going like with the normal pass. But it's like Christmas, when the big announcements are coming out, and Nintendo, they kind of left some announcements until the last day. Mm-hmm. And just hearing everybody and I can't even, it was either a new character to Smash or something, and people just cheering. It was insane, man. Like that electric environment. It was like the first BlizzCon I went to. Just like you get the goosebumps and everything, man. But I definitely think it's something to check out for sure. You got to go at least once and see what it's all about. But
yeah, I really love it. BlizzCon.
Yeah, BlizzCon. I just went to this past one that had pretty much big announcements for every single game, and I couldn't have asked for a better BlizzCon to go to.
Oh, you were excited for that? What was that mobile game that everybody was asking for?
That was the year before.
That was 2 years ago.
I'm actually really excited. I would 100% play.
I'm only gonna play it because it continues that story. That missing story piece from 2 to 3. So that's the only reason why I'm gonna play.
Well, and how dope is it to sit in your bed and play Diablo, man?
I can't play games. It's hard.
Yeah. It hurts my wrists. It's the only time I actually get wrist pain is when I play phone games. Weird.
So I got a question for you. Do you? I'm gonna start asking everybody this. Every guest from now on. Do you like pizza?
Do I like pizza? Yeah, I love pizza.
Now, do you agree? Now, Chad can jump into this. Do you agree pineapple goes on pizza?
Oh man, people ask me this question all the time, and I have the same answer every single time. If you want to put pineapple on pizza, you better give me a high quality ham. Okay, don't give me no deli cheap ham. It better be give me prosciutto
no boar's head ham
or something. It's got to be some nice, because pineapple is really sweet, and when you put that super over salty crappy ham on there, it's not a good combo. It's not a good combo.
Amazing.
I just
even with prosciutto, no pineapple.
Oh yeah, dude.
I just think pineapple pizza should just be taken where it belongs, in the dumpster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, my go-to pizza now is it's pepperoni and green pepper and mushroom.
So if you ever do come to the East Coast over here, New Jersey, New York,
yep.
I don't think you'll ever. So when you go back home, you'll want to come back to have the pizza here.
Just have the pizza. Okay. I mean, I've been to New York once, but I didn't have pizza.
Oh,
I can't remember what I ate.
The only downside of New York pizza is, depending where you go, it is a little pricey. I went to one place and it was $5 for a slice. I told him to go fuck himself and left.
Yeah, that's a little insane. Where I want to go in New York, I think, what's it called? Cat's Deli? Is that the place? Cat's Deli?
Never heard of it.
I never heard of it.
Saul's? I don't know. There's some deli in New York, because in Montreal we have Schwartz Deli, and it's amazing. Best smoked meat sandwich you'll get in Montreal. And then I was sitting next to these people, and they were saying, I think it's Cat's Deli. I'm going to Google it right now. I mean, I have a computer right in front of me. Cat's Deli, is it like that? Yeah, Cat's Deli, NYC. That's where I want to go when I go to New York next.
All right. Oh, yeah, just look it up. Over 21,000 views.
Sandwich. Pastrami. I'm going to get a pastrami sandwich.
There you go. Oh, man, it's getting me hungry now.
Well, I'm going to try that place out, and then I'm going to report back.
All right, let me know, man.
So as we're coming to the end of the podcast, we have one question left for you. And that's what's some of the best advice that you give to a small or new streamer?
Really, just don't give up. Stick with it. A lot of people, they quit, they get frustrated. They look at the big streamers and look at what they have, and don't look at what's in their cup. Look at your cup. Keep working what you got. Appreciate your viewers and just stick with it, man. The main reason why people fail is because they give up. It's hard. It's not easy, man. There's a lot of competition for streamers, man. There's TV, movies, other streamers, bigger streamers who have more money than you, who can give away crazy stuff to attract more viewers. There's a lot of things that go into why people pick your stream, and when people do, really just culture those relationships. I got into streaming because it was a time in my life where I was super depressed, super lonely, and I just wanted to get more friends. And, it's been 5-6 years now. And that's one of the main reasons why when it gets hard, I don't quit, is because I know I have, this amazing group of people that backs me up and hangs out with me. And, it's the most rewarding thing when you can get to that point. And, it's going to be tough. It's going to be shitty some days, but man, like it really is truly an honor to be able to come and sit in this chair and do this every day. So seriously, guys, just keep moving forward, problem solve, talk to people, reach out, ask for tips, advice, whatever it is you got to do, just don't quit. Don't quit.
Absolutely love that.
I agree with you. Beer smash. I am crying. No, but that is really good advice. I mean, that definitely gives us a pump up as well, because there are times where I have sat down and I thought about messaging Dan like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. Mm-hmm. At times. Yeah.
Man, there's times like I feel that way too. Like I get that sense of dread. Like it's this, man, yesterday's stream, it was bad or whatever. I just feel like, I can't get up and do it again. But the second I get in and go live and people start showing up in the chat and saying, hey, what's up? It fires me up again. So, and really at the end of the day, one of the biggest things too is if you travel and go to conventions, just go to one convention, start meeting people that like if a friend is going to a convention, make a plan and go with them. I guarantee you 100% it will light your fire again. 100%. Yeah. Oh yeah, my mods won't let me quit.
That's good. Make her stay at it. Never quit. Yeah. So as we close out, I'm gonna allow you to tell everybody who's listening on our audio platforms on where they can find you.
Yeah, guys, come swing on by mixer.com/Asikaa. You can catch me on YouTube as well, youtube.com, Asikaa the Gamer. I guess I couldn't get Asikaa when I signed up on YouTube, but swing by either of those platforms. But definitely Mixer is the place to be if you want to come hang out with me.
All right, awesome. And then, of course, you guys know where to find us on every platform, basically, that you can ever imagine at innermomsbasement.com, innermomsbasement.com. I mean, that too. And every social media at innermomsbasement.com. Asikaa, thank you so much for stopping by. It was a pleasure. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, thank you guys.
I used to watch you on Beam. I remember. I used to watch you on Beam.
Okay. Yeah, back when I had a headset mic and everything, and I used to lose my voice because I was yelling so much. Good times. Thank you so much, guys. Awesome. Yeah, you guys are awesome. And I'll see you guys in the chat.
Yeah, appreciate it, Asikaa. Thank you again for stopping by, and I can't wait to see more little kid. What was the nickname you gave in one of your streams? You gave them a nickname. Oh my God! And
no, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember though.
I can't remember it now
write this shit down,
because
dude.
I was dying and I wanted to keep using it, but I can't wait to see them yell at you again more in Farming Simulator and when you're playing when you're playing Apex or Fortnite. I can't wait to see in the chat. Could I play? I just fought like today. Could I play?
Yeah, today, it's my birthday. Can you add me?
Yes, that was great. And then Silent shut that shit down.
Yep, they were on it, man. They were on it. Love it.
Oh my God! All right, guys, thank you again. I am Rage Quit Pat. That's Dan, the Pizza Man. Asikaa, again, thank you so much for joining us in our mom's basement. Our mom will show you the way out.
Later, guys.
Take care.
You've just listened to the In Our Mom's Basement, a video game podcast with your hosts Dan Giofue and Rage Quit Pat. Subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or Google Play. See you in the next episode.